And welcome back to the dark side. You here with me, OneManJack, and it's time to bring it home. Delivery. This has been a long quest just to find a single man. Let's remember when we started out. We were in the Litter Glitter, no name, no past, nothing but a corona, and not even an idea how to use it. Calypso saved her life, and then said, come and find me once you find out how. And then all of this effort has been spent to try and find him. To what purpose? Curiosity? For better learning? To understand something about who we are? Character's motivation? A little bit fragile, but isn't much else to do. I mean, you're a sage. Sages can literally deconstruct any matter and reconstruct it into anything else, with the exception of Duro. So you don't need to worry about food, don't need to worry about money, don't need to worry about anything, so I suppose you can take time to pursue a flight of fancy. Oh, it's Hapti! That is actually Hapti, not just a ship. He's a something. Hapti, you old ball, you... Oh, and I need a better name for Calypso. Hapti, you old ball, you finally found me. And who's this you brought with you? Ah, it's you, Sage. I knew I would see you again, though I didn't expect it to be today of all days. But no matter. You are welcome here. And welcome Taros himself if he'd call a minute's truce. Today my son will be born, and after half a millennium without child, you resign yourself to the fact that you will likely pass without progeny. Yet here I am, not a day younger than 7 centuries in the 7th ring, about to become a father. Certainly a joyous occasion. Shouldn't you be inside with Cornelia? Indeed, I just got here with Mavenbolt. The consortium has tightened the noose around my neck as of late. It's not safe for me to be here any longer than is absolutely necessary. Yeah, those. Algray, you're a father! That's a Squell. Freaky looking piece of shit. My son. And Cornelia? Resting inside. 20-year pregnancy will take it out of you. Well, you made it 20 years on purpose! I still think that's weird. I must see her at once. Oh no. What the hell just happened? Where'd all these asteroids come from? Algray, I'm sorry. I couldn't pull a building into infraspace. CIR Armada coming out of anchor space, full of Nurkef and Talons. And Stigil won't be far behind. She must have fired that anchor round. Yellow Spring the child. We have to leave at once. Algray! What are you doing? Sage and I will get him. You just worry about that boy. Calypso, we've got to go. You can't fight off the whole consortium. Stigil will be here any moment, and Mavenbolt isn't here to save us from her cannon. Do you hear me, Algray? Think about your son! Let's go, Sage. Pretty pretty sure there's an achievement to hang around and kill shit, but we're gonna let the flippancy and humor subside for a moment. Delivery complete. Julius! Forget about me, Al Grey, save your son! Keep him off my edges! There's an enemy on your tail! Use the boost! I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be a really dramatic moment, because his wife just died and his son's in danger, but I couldn't resist. Use the boost to chase! Someone get this guy off me! Look out for the guy behind you, Fox! I'm just gonna sit here laughing to myself while I quote Star Fox 64. Oh my god. I cannot count how many times me and my brother beat that game. Oh man. Good game. Good stuff. How many? Good god! Why are there 10 billion hapties everywhere? There need to be at least 3 of me. There we go. Me? Okay. I promise I'm gonna try and keep it serious this time. I could. It was too perfect a spot for the Star Fox quote. Calypso is quite fond of that slow time macro. It's him using that, by the way. I still have my shield. You know, I don't think any of the other sages use the slow time macro. I guess that's his trademark? Man, I wonder how much Dural is in this wreckage, because every Talon is a Sage. Think of all the Coronas you can make from that. I mean, damn, man. You wouldn't even have to search very far for it, because the Corona would be within the corpse. Actually, why haven't I been scrubbing Talons for Coronas? They're sending the whole damned fleet after us. Well, there's 5 of us. I mean, I would expect it. The locals are helping! Reeks of consortium out here. Can't get far enough away from Veridos to avoid their stink. 7th Ringer. I mean, if you hated the government and a bunch of known outlaws were out starting an insurrection, wouldn't you take the chance to fire a few potshots? Maybe? No? Depends on which government you were trying to overthrow, or at least resist. But the, CIR are not very fondly spoken of in most of this game. Not even by the people who aren't criminals. Man, how many Talons have died here? It's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen at least 5 just myself. Now I am the master. What was that? Defeat more enemies than any other sage. Uh-huh. The child is safe for now. Happy, sage, thank you. There's no time for words now. Stigil will be upon us soon. I'll head down Spin and draw her attention. I'll go with you. No, Julius. You stay with Yellows to get him away from here at once. But I'm the only one that can protect you from her anchor cannon. That's why I want you with my son. I'd gladly surrender my old life to give him a chance at his. Go, Mavenbolt. The sage and I will accompany Calypso. Death with a long gun. Now, I'm gonna try and do this in my... Actually, no. If I'm gonna do this, I do need to change up one thing. Yes, here it is. The auxiliary... rapid impulses on the auxiliary repulsor lowers cooldown of impulse abilities by 50%. Now, that's kind of confusing until you remember that my Y dash and my right stick directional dash are both impulse abilities. So that halves the cooldown of my 2 main movement abilities, and I will need both of them. Which means I no longer have a weapon bound to my left bumper A. My alternate A was what that was on. I don't want the Madrati Pulsar. Dark Matter or Plasma Wave. You know what? We are gonna pull in... Yeah, we're gonna pull in the Pulsar. We're gonna rebind the Pulsar to B, and then put the Protovoltaic Arc on the alternate A. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do this with my favorite caster, but this... Oh no, this isn't it yet. I've spotted Stigil just upspin of us. At last, I've found you, Calypso. If you hold still for just a moment, I promise you a humane death, faster than your Solarian neurons can register it. Run! I don't gotta tell me twice. That anchor round destroyed an entire galaxy. If you insist on running, I cannot guarantee that your passing will happen without your knowing. We are called extinguishers, but I rather believe that I'm a liberator. There is a natural dread of death ingrained in the flesh. Let me remove that for you. Shit, that's scary. Free from your body, your thread will know no fear or hate. Gah! Absence of emotion will grant you clarity. You will see the wisdom of the Prime Sovereign's order, and your thread will rejoin the pool in peace. Don't you ever shut up! Now that the clipway is just ahead, won't you just follow us into anchor space? Yes. Yes, she will. Algray, can you extend that trick you do to hide the thread to others? It's possible, but it will require all of my focus. What are you planning? What the heck is a parsec? Hapti, what are these coordinates you've set? They're just downspin of here. If you find another historian, have him look there. Death with a long gun. An illusion? That's right. Calypso is upspin. It'll take you 2 days to get back to him, and he'll be long gone by then. You've failed, Stigil. Now doesn't that put a pout on your mask? A pointless sacrifice orb. The age of free sages will soon come to a close. It ends for you today. Shut up and give me some of your mercy. You make light of your own death. And all smiles. What's our next move? Calypso? Calypso? Oh, Sage, it's you. Of course it's me. I was meditating in the Subrostrum, and I lost track of time, but not long enough to forget her. She was my lungs, Sage. Life without her will be one long exhale into breathlessness. The mother of my child, resting after such a long labor. The only woman I've ever loved in this long life. Just a hole and a wall away, and I couldn't save her. My mind has a billion reasons to be, but my heart had only one. Nonsense! You have a son now. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I know what I must do now. That macro that Maven Bolt uses, the one that pulled us into infraspace during the Anchor Blast, is too dangerous. Just as easily as it can help you escape something in this universe, it can land you inside a black star in the next. My son won't be safe while Stygia lives to force Maven Bolt's hand again. Sage, if you believe that more than luck has brought you to me now of all times, then I ask you to embark with me on this greatest of challenges. As far as I can remember, I've spent most of my life searching for you, and now that I've found you, I'm not about to let you die. At least not alone. Thank you, Sage. Truly. Let's begin with those that still give chase. I am through running. Moment of silence for those no longer here. That's the last of them. Where do we find Stygia? Hapti fooled her into going down spin. God help him. It will take her 2 days to complete an entire rotation around the 7th ring to get back to us. And she knows we won't be here by then, so it's likely she'll go to a nearby outpost to await further orders. The CI are nada. Lipsalipso. Outpost 9. You think Stigil is in there? Hard to tell. But if we make enough noise, she's sure to turn up. This won't be easy, Sage, and I'll understand if you want to back out. I didn't get to where I am by taking the easy way. So again, killing a single Talon is supposed to put you on the extinguished list. I've killed countless Talons. Countless. We're just gonna ignore those mercenaries because they're completely irrelevant. And by irrelevant, I mean they are worth nothing. Actually, they're probably worth some caster core charges. I like caster. I'll kill a few of them. Mostly just as collateral damage, though. Get back here! Why are you running from me, you piece of shit? Still maintaining some silence to try and hold on to that serious, somber attitude. Because I know the moment I open my mouth, things are gonna be less serious. Outpost 9 is exposed. Not quite yet. Got 2 more cruisers to take care of. Friggin' laser beams, I swear. Oh, so those lasers can't take out the pulsars, but they take out damn near everything else. Don't know if Stigil is waiting for us, but then... Oh, it's the Navy! The remnants of the fleet that attacked us in Neandros. Those guys don't know when to give up. Indeed, you'd think even a seasoned soldier would be fleeing for his life at this point after I've slaughtered uncounted numbers of his fellow soldiers. real though. That's like not to diss anyone in any military ever, but you'd think anyone with even the slightest amount of self-preservation would see us two slaughtering an entire military base single-handedly and think, maybe me, a lowly grunt, doesn't have what it takes to topple these two behemoths. But then they just charged right in. Deep 6-9 and 7-8-9. Number puns. Guess Stitchel wasn't here. Oh, there's one left. Why was Calypso having trouble with that? No Sigil. Now one. We won't have long to wait. She wouldn't send the fleet through unless she were right behind. Let's make sure we're not directly downspin when she gets here. I must teach you a new macro before we face Sigil. What? No philosophy lesson first? Hush! He's trying to teach us a new skill. There's always time in the Subrostrum, but you'll have to excuse me if I'm not in the mood. Look, if anyone asks, just tell them I said something eccentric. You've seen what Sigil's anchor cannon can do. If you hold still for even a moment, she will fix her sights on you and no force in the universe can save you. Right. So then we just won't stop. But what if someone tries to stop us? Then we must be unstoppable. Oh, this one. I will probably fail this mission at least once. So... okay, so you can only touch that ball. If that ball touches the back bumper, you're nuked. But if the colored balls touch the back bumper, they just delete. You're trying to get rid of those orange ones at the top. Oh man, I can't believe I just got that perfectly. Get that entire section to just crumple like that. I know for a fact there's an achievement for doing something classy like that. Or at least there had better be. And once again, these Sage minigames, they just... the control just feels a little bit weird. I can see what they were going for, and in some aspect it works well, but just the control of it and the way the collisions move, it's like it... just feels a little bit wonky sometimes. Like, if you were controlling the... fucking... oh, shit. No! Son of a... damn it. See, like that. It's hard... if you were controlling this with a mouse, you could do it no problem. If you're controlling a puck with your hand and playing air hockey, it would be easy. But since it's difficult to control the acceleration of... I'm just gonna restart that. Difficult to control the acceleration of this with a joystick, just a little bit. And I don't think that switching to the mouse would help. Man, I did it really classy, sending an entire sheet to collide with the back wall, too. I'm sad now. Okay, that's one anchor. I'll hit a few. Ooh, perfect. Okay. Okay. Nope! Ooh! Son of a... damn it! The mixture of science fiction and science fantasy, which is respectively actual scientific logic combined with space magic, and why I say science fantasy, space magic, it's like the Force, or a lot of things in Mass Effect, that are just they're explained away with quote modern technology unquote, but they're not really ever explained. They're just kind of like, this is a thing technology can do. And this game, it blurs the line between science fiction and science fantasy a lot, because the whole will and the way thing, that's definitely science fantasy, but the way you use it with like this subatomic malarkey down here actually kind of holds up to physics and whatnot. So it's cool. But the actual minigame can be... If I lose right now, I'm gonna tilt like a fucking pinball machine. Come on! It's so fucking hard to aim this... Oh, please? Thank you. This ability can spring you from a sprung trap and save your life. Or it could be entirely useless, such as the pivot of the scale upon which our choices are weighed. There you go. That's your eccentric wisdom. Okay. Wrecking Ball. Customize hull. Sigil. Okay. This is where we need the... Now, against what he might say, we are instead going to trade out the shield macro for... I don't have Flyboard yet? Huh. Translocate. Which... Yeah. Translocate just teleports you forwards, and I am going to need that. You might have noticed from me kiting out my ship for mobility. I'm gonna need that. Calypso, you waited for my arrival. Did you finally gather the courage to face your thread's liberation? No. In the name of Cornelia, Hapti, and all the other lights you've blown out like candles, I'm here to extinguish you. With all the lives you've just claimed, you dare assume a moral high ground. The title of sage is wasted on you. Both you and I think we're right, Sigil. The difference is that only you think I'm wrong. I loathe that you force me to kill you in this inhumane manner, but so be it. Nope, that was not it. Son of a... I think my time loop just went off. You'll also notice I'm very much trying to avoid being downspin of him, because he does still have that anchor cannon. And we're gonna... should I tease him into using it? Let's see. Should I? I kinda want to. Ooh, I thought for sure he was gonna use it on me there. Wait, I need to use my forked path! There's my forked path. Where are you, Sigil? Fight made a lot easier by the fact that I'm constantly jumping in and out of stealth. Oh, here it comes, isn't it? Shoot! Up! Dodge that like a baller. Okay. Let's not get down spinning him again. There, you saw it. That's the thing. Let's try to make sure that I don't give him a good opportunity to use that again. Pretty please. It's scary. There will be others. It is done. Be dangerously close to an anchor round. All things told, I could have let one hit me, because between between that one ability that limits damage to a third of my health every fraction of a second, and the critical time loop, I could have let one hit me and probably survived, but if the time loop warped me backwards, right back into the round, then I still would have died. Sage, my son and I owe you our lives. For payment though it may be, I will share the knowledge for which you sought me out. The eyes I've spread across this universe see much. You wish to know about yourself, even if you might not like what you'll hear. Yes. What is the first thing you can remember? I remember waking up to alarms in an old starbase in the Litter Glitter. And before that, only dreams and fragmented images. Your memories weren't lost. You never had them. You were born on that station, or rather, created. What else do you remember? Well, I remember escaping through the trench. Clearly not me piloting that. Oh shit, it is! And there were ships after me. Runners, I think. Valorafs, a particularly religious sect. Why were they after me? Because of what you are. A combination of Valoraf and Solarian, taking the strongest traits from each race. I know what I am. I want to know why I was created. That's the most difficult question, isn't it? Ironic that by adding another layer of complexity, your answer has been made simpler. Then you know why. I have a theory. I believe your kind are someone's efforts to unite the Solarian and Valorafim races, to bind us into a single fist that will stand firm against the sway of our Sophian masters. My kind? You mean I'm not alone? No. Your kin number in the tens of thousands, all appearing at roughly the same time and of roughly the same age across the universe. Though many possess the knowledge, only the CIR has the resources to launch such a project on a universal scale. But most Valerians, as I've come to call your kind, have fought them at every turn. The CIR should despise everything you represent. Before this, the CIR hadn't really bothered me much, and believe me, I'd given them reason. Interesting. I deeply regret leaving you so thoroughly uncompensated. This is all I know, and I long to hold my son in my arms for the first time. Take this Gemini communicator. If I learn anything more about your origins along my travels, I'll contact you. Farewell, Sage. Oh, are you just gonna let him go? I can't stop him from seeing his kid. Yeah, but don't you remember how hard it was to find him? Couldn't he at least teach us another macro or something? Ask him! Calypso, wait! Yes? Could you perhaps teach me another macro before we part ways? Another macro? Yes, I believe I can. At least I will try. There is an ability I've tried passing on to many sages, but none of them could ever master it. Not even Mavenbolt. Do you know how I acquired my corona? Happy told me this story. Well, there's one part he didn't tell you. I know because I've never told anyone. The Extinguisher. He didn't die of wanderlust. He died from threadburn. As he approached, I saw a cable of ethereal energy pour into his cockpit from the distant stars. Somewhere out in the dark of space exists a being that can project and manipulate thread at will. Don't know why this puppet master deemed that I should be the first far-world sage, but I spent several subrostral centuries meditating in cowardice, trying to find a way to hide from his strings should he ever change his mind. When it was done, only a few seconds had passed, but I'd been estranged to this world. It took me nearly a year to reassociate myself with my own body, but my labor had borne fruits. A macro I call the black worm. It is the art of hiding thread within thread. Is that possible? You're sage. Only your limitations are limited. Damn! They nail it. They nail it with the philosophical one-liners. I love this game, man. I love it. I will teach you how to make the splendor of your light too brilliant to see. What's this game again? To put out a star, you don't blow on the surface. You must steady its roiling core. To change anything, we must change its roots. Solved it! You did it. Yeah, in 5 seconds! I'm amazed, Sage. You're the first of my pupils to master the black worm. And now, far from having balanced our check, I must further indebt myself to your generosity. If I should pass, you would be the only carrier of this technique. Someday, a member of my family, maybe not my son, maybe not his child, perhaps not even bearing my name, they will seek you out for this macro. I only ask that you try your best to teach him or her. I will not rest until I've mastered it and taught them. Thank you, Sage. I vow to repay your kindness at any cost before my thread rejoins the pool. Yeah. Mechanics didn't quite match up to the fantasy right there. Oh, wait, nope. Before we do that. The black worm. I don't want time macro, I don't think. Stubborn thread, yeah, it's the life-saving. Means I can get Nova, the translocate, surge, sight, break. Let's take Nova, why not? Extra damage. And then I'll keep the pulsar. So that is how he hides his thread. So simple once you see it done. Executing Valkyrian protocol. Nero? Nero, what's going on? I can't move my arm. Nero? It's found me. Calypso! I couldn't... Valkyrian protocol terminated. Don't be sad, child. Today you've discovered your purpose. Who are you? God. If you define God as your creator. The hell you are! What's your name? For over a millennium, I have been called Valkyros, and you are my child. Don't you wish to know me? Know you? Yeah, right. I'm coming for you. And when I find you, I'm going to kill you. Kill me. I would enjoy immensely seeing you try. I'm in the bastion of the second ring, and will remain here until we meet, or your death makes it impossible. But don't expect it to be easy. There comes a point in every child's life where they must learn to fend for themselves. That time has come for me. I'm cutting you off. The Consortium will fight you at every drop and clipway, and I will be watching. I'm so sorry. Really, I don't have the programming to express it. I had no access to that memory module. Didn't even know it existed. But if you look back in the Binary Bandits video, you saw when he was booting up, there was a subroutine about overriding stem function. That was it. A very, very subtle foreshadowing to this moment. I know you'll never trust me again. Nero, you're the only friend I have in this universe. Besides, as long as Valkyros lives, I can't even trust myself. So, you're not gonna get me scooped? You're a part of me. Couldn't cut you out any more than I could lop off my own head. Nero cries with emojis. Right. Let's go kill us a god. A sudden tug. That is gonna have to be the end for this episode. We make our way inwards. He wasn't joking. At every clipway, every transition between every ring, the Consortium will fight. But we'll make our way to the second, and we will find Valkyros, and we will teach him regret. But until then, my curtain calls to me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've been watching this long, surely you'll want to stick around for one final episode when I see you next time, right here on the dark side.